Check 1, check 2. Look at that, I can change my community to game. Yeah, but I do a lot of adult stuff on here when I'm not gaming, so maybe I shouldn't. Try it for this time. Check 1, check 2. Okay. Hello.
How's it going?
It's going okay. How about you?
Doing all right. I would have hoped you could potentially stream something earlier, but it's been a day. My CPAP machine busted last night.
Oh no.
So I had to go get stuff like that. So I am not. I am off in Wonderland right now, but
Jeez, I'm sorry.
yeah, no worries. But yeah, I'm probably just gonna sit here and do some doodles and stuff like that. But it is always a pleasure to watch you play this and sort of navigate us through it.
Cool. Yeah, no worries. It's my pleasure.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody in the chat. I think it's only about like 4 people here right now, but soon folks will kind of come in as they come in.
Oh, well, yeah. Let me go onto Twitter and give you a boost.
Oh, thank you. You don't have to, but that's always appreciated. Howdy, folks. It's me, Iris, also known as Distressed Egg. It's Tuesday, and you know what that means. That means it's Egg Plays, where I play games, and you watch, and we chat, and it's a fun time. I've kind of been working my way through Disco Elysium every other week. We're pretty far into the game at this point. I don't know how far. Possibly past the halfway point, not really sure. But we've been having a good time solving this mysterious murder case.
Holy Scoob!
Yeah, last episode we got a new place to stay at night. A little shack by the ocean. We were following up on trying to find a specific gun that we think the murder victim might have been killed with. And we had just talked to some possibly delinquent youths and talked them into starting a dance club for real instead of making that dance club a front for a drug running operation. So we actually did something vaguely approaching community service. Which is good. I'm not gonna narc on them. I did not come this far to be a narc, even though I am playing a cop. But I will kindly request that
It's like I may be a police officer, but I'm not a cop. Okay.
I'm not a cop, okay? You can, like, I'm not going to tell anybody you were thinking about making hella amphetamines, but, you know, you gotta at least tell me right now that you're not going to make amphetamines in your dance club. And I'll believe you, and then we can both move on with our lives, all right?
And maybe share a little bit of the amphetamines.
Well, no, I have
that's
gone
right.
straight as an arrow, yeah. I don't want to
Yes.
be that kind of animal anymore. I'm trying to be clean now. Let me switch over to the game here. Yeah, there we go. And of course, let me know if this is too loud or too quiet or whatever.
You're sounding pretty good to me.
Okay, there we go. Let's continue. Sorry if my mouse seems a little bit squirrely, by the way. This is my first stream where I'm operating with my new trackball mouse. I'll be zigging and zagging along.
What? Used a trackball mouse since the 90s.
It's very interesting. I found an old one at RePC, so which is our local used computer parts store.
Gotcha.
It's still in perfectly good condition. It is weird using my thumb to navigate everything. What the hell am I wearing? This is hideous. Let's get that hat off.
You look like you do look like a disco scarecrow right now.
Yeah, that ain't right. We'll take the hat off. I guess we could leave everything else on. Anything new to say?
Hello again.
Your associates try to use me to set up a drug lab. I'm guessing you knew of this plan.
I did, and I'm sorry. For what it's worth, which isn't much.
This is why I didn't go into the tent. Typical delinquency.
You don't get to choose your posse, they choose you. Mine are idiots, but they're mine. I tried to talk Andre out of it.
I don't care. I'm loco. I just wanted you to know that I know about the plan.
Okay, but I still regret it. I should have been able to control them, and I will in the future. I promise. May I ask, what did you tell them?
Do what you will with your dance club plans. Just no drug labs, please.
Thank you. I'll get them under wraps, I promise.
All right, Estelle. You're a good egg. Good luck out here. So I think we kind of sprinted through checking out this church area. We did everything inside of the church.
Right.
And we sorted out...
Is that tent your glorious new mansion?
What?
That
no,
tent
that's where the dudes are hanging out.
I
yeah,
gotcha.
Who are starting the dance club.
Right.
They're weird.
I was about to say, seems like a good venue.
Yeah, well, they're trying to get in the church, but there are currently two other residents in the church. One is a guy who is worshiping a piece of the pale, which is stuck up in the rafters somewhere, because it makes him forget things. And then another one is one of the game devs from that shut down video game company, who is investigating the pale as well. So I think I gotta go back in there and talk to them about their new tenants.
I love this scenery. It's like April in Ottawa.
Yeah, pretty much.
Dead and frozen, just like I remember it.
Ma'am, I have great news about the sonic palette of this interior.
Yes, what is it?
Nice parquet flooring there.
What if you didn't have to leave? I talked to Andre. He wants to make it work.
I don't want to make anything work.
Hold on, you don't want to make anything work?
Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work.
All right, got your message.
Good.
Ooh. My chances are high that I can convince her to cooperate with the Ravers. Let's roll for it.
Easy.
Ooh!
When her research is done, she can move out.
Listen, about your research. You mentioned earlier that it's not going very well. Maybe I can help with something?
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
But if I could help you finish the project, then you wouldn't have to live in a church next to the Boom Boom anymore. Just think about it.
She thinks about it. A glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more
Got the
snow
cheekbones
in
on
from
her.
the broken gallery.
Yeah.
Touches
Could
her
cut
hair.
cheese with those things.
Alright. Bring me the game's offsite copy from my old workspace, if you really want to
Those
know.
are some Dark Souls
It's stored on a
randomizer
filament
cheeks
memory,
right there.
and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself.
By your old workspace, do you mean the studio of Fortress Accident in that office building on Plaza?
Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady.
Actually, I've already been inside the doomed commercial area.
Good. Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. The filament is inside the fridge. Just go and get it.
And where exactly is the off-site copy?
In the giant ice bear fridge. I just told you. It has red glowing eyes. It's impossible to miss. You just need to get the offsite copy from the ice bear.
But you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying,
I found a note from the Ice Bear fridge. It said the off-site copy had been moved to a safer place.
Wait.
We kind of did this one backwards.
Did it specify where they took the filament memory?
It said that the off-site copy had been taken to a nearby ice cream maker. The note was signed by someone named Sulislav.
Jawiza. Of course. Our project lead, Sulisław Jawiza.
Oh, I mispronounced the shit out of that.
He's so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe. And feature creep and the Valley of the Heads.
Sulislav... Fuck.
Like it would
Yeah,
have made a difference. The
Sulisław
offsite copy was
Zawisza.
perfectly safe when
I
the
am
data
not
was
first-generation Polish. I'm
That
sorry,
data
folks.
was just anomalous. And the heads. I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them. Go find that copy from that ice cream maker, will you? Thanks.
Valley of 1,000 Heads. You like the sound of that.
I found the ice cream maker, but couldn't get it open. It's completely frozen.
This is getting ridiculous. Can't you just defrost it? Or, I don't know. I don't know about the ice cream maker. Just figure something out.
There's a solution, but she doesn't want to hand it over to you yet. It's a thing. Something she holds dear.
By the way, we put a dead body in that fridge.
Wait, what? Whose dead body?
You know, we don't actually have to tell the entire world about the fridge.
Whose body is it?
Don't worry, I put it there temporarily. It's all part of an official police investigation.
You put it there? You put a dead body inside the ice bear fridge.
The investigation warranted it.
Okay. Very cool. Thanks for keeping me in the loop.
We would appreciate it if you kept this knowledge to yourself, miss.
Who would I tell? My mother? I don't have anyone to tell. And if I did, I wouldn't. I don't care.
Why can't you go and get the filament yourself?
The bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse. Whatever that means.
Wait, are you part of the curse?
Of course not. Anyway, I don't have my keys anymore and she won't let me in.
Why does she think you're part of the curse?
Because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil.
What if it does emit elemental evil?
It doesn't emit, it receives. You sound just like her. She started
God, all I can think of is saying that in the fucking Dr. Orpheus voice.
What if it does emit elemental evil?
The lieutenant coughs like he's amused.
Once I came in one morning,
You
only to
used a
find that my
forsaken
grandmother had
child?
all those strange trinkets and
Not all of
amulets,
them. Not the whole thing.
cords. It looked like some Semenine magic.
What is an off-site copy and why do you need it?
It's a backup of my former employer's project, the radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory, just like the one inside this radio computer.
She's making it extra simple for you.
The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly. You just have to go to my old workspace and get the filament.
Hold on. If it's called an off-site copy, then why is it still on-site?
If it's called an off-site copy, then why is it still on site?
Oh god, not this again. It is not on site. It is in the basement. Perfectly safe and not connected to the front at all.
Basement? Sounds like it's technically still on-site.
And no, taking it outside the building wouldn't have protected it from the data loss. There's nothing wrong with keeping the backup in the basement. What happened was a freak accident that has nothing to do with how the backup was stored. We clear?
This is clearly a painful topic for her. She must have had to explain herself numerous times.
Alright, I'll go look for the off-site copy.
Thanks.
The on-site, off-site copy.
Ooh. She thinks her room within reaches behind the radio computer and hands you what looks like an oversized pry bar!
Here's my Valsund multi-tool. You might need it to
Nice.
some ice.
Your
It opens
your
everything.
your Gordon Freeman
get me the offside
cosplay will
copy,
be
then you can keep the
complete in
puzzle.
no time.
It hurts a bit for her to say this. She's not too happy to be parting with the Kvalsund.
Oh my god. Hello,
Kvalsund
Gordon.
Kvalsund, that's a very Swedish.
Damn!
Extraordinarily Baltic game. I know they're Estonian, but just saying.
This is an advanced pry bar, a pry bar plus 2, if you will, built by Kvalsund in Vasa. The number of gadgets hidden within the frame of this yellow and gray multi-tool will stagger any technician. Oh yeah, baby. And it looks like a giant bottle opener. I love it. We'll keep that on our person in some sort of secret place. We got a box to open. Also, last stream we found the tape to which we can sing karaoke, so we can do that later. Everything's coming up, Harry. A dead phone. A smashed receiver like someone hung up too hard. Someone must have worked hard to smash the plastic dome. First, though, let's push on a little further up the coast to see what's up here. I'm still curious. At this end of the dock. Wait, can I walk down here? Oh, I can. Bars cover these long, dusty windows.
You see, a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only the shadow
Recherche
of
et
new letters
développement.
remains. It says,
Well, you don't need a
"Tomorrow is
French
just
expert to
a
tell you what
whisper
that is.
away."
But
Nope. Tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Looks like tomorrow never came.
Turn away. For these two.
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with.
A blond man stands next to his son, pointing to the weather-worn ruins. He sees you approaching and smiles.
You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Trond Heilostam. You must be Kim Kisuragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
Nice to meet you.
Hold on, hypertext?
Yes, hypertext. Young Carp and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
cultural hyperlinks. Like on the computer? Wait, what was that about the windows before?
Oh yes, so Mikhail. They had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago. So they didn't have windows.
This guy already seems like the Lexus driver of the future.
You and Kim know each other?
No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers.
Oh, Kim's famous.
Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into verbs lately.
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor, or someone who's been on too many radio shows.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
This man is your half-brother. You feel it. But why? Well, get a load of this guy. He really enjoys his trivia. The Orbis programming language was named after its inventor, Victor Orbis, a cybernetician from Grad. They run Vox in the Occidental countries.
What's so fascinating about an empty old building?
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building. What not a lot of people know is this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
Hold on. What's R&D?
What's an R&D department?
Apologies, it's an acronym for research and development. They don't use it anymore. You're probably more familiar with RTD, Research and Technological Development.
Mea culpa. You are not familiar with that one either. This man is a bookhead.
Ah, yes,
Look at-
research and development. Those don't exist in the future.
Everything that we could have developed or researched, we've already done. Look at the building looming over you.
It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill.
I don't think I've ever heard of this Feld Electrical.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains. They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve, or should I say they were developing an ace up their sleeve? I'm mixing my metaphors here.
What was that ace?
It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer.
A tape computer?
An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution. Revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer.
Some sort of computer for personal use? Fancy the thought.
Which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN, and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
What happened?
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes. Possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins. All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
What happened to the engineers, the company people?
Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here.
Oh.
Now, if you were to ask about tape computers...
He means that the boys got shot by the communists. The boys were bourgeois.
This dude is totally like the sell them out folk guy. Just, I don't like his smile. His smile is bad.
I think it's time to be the big communism builder. He means they all got shot in the head because they were bourgeois. Now, do you know what the bourgeoisie is?
Officer, I told you this chapter of history wasn't on Mikhail's curriculum yet. Let's keep this kid friendly.
The boy looks first at you, then back at his father, confused.
All right, how did those tape computers work? Did they work like radio computers?
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware.
Buckle up.
10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Womty Domty Dom Center in Vredefort, Oranje. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Hughes joined the team, trying to...
Wait, did he just say Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center?
Yeah, what was that?
He did it. He said Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center, like it's the most natural thing in the world. What the hell is a Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Juiced?
Okay, the Wompty Dumpty Dom Center, Paul Ockerman, Keith and Guy Juiced. What are you talking about?
The Womty Domty Dom Center for Contemporary Art. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman, chose to...
You're making this up. Kim, is he making this up?
In fact, I'm not. The Womty Domty Dom Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center. But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
Made of black film and folding tape structures.
The RCM should get some of those.
Even one would be very useful. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionaries setting fire to the precious device. So they did. The Feld playback experiment vanished into the fires of '07.
Wait, the Feld playback experiment?
Yes, the official name of the prototype. Some sources report it as the Feld playback experience, but those are incorrect.
Why did the revolutionaries destroy it?
Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building.
What did the revolutionaries do with those advanced tape computers?
They used them for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases. The most notorious example being Le Décret de Mars.
What was that?
What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created Commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year '02.
A short-lived legislative foundation for a short-lived utopia.
It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album.
Oh damn! It's the Communist Manifesto in this
Every
universe, I
local library in
guess.
Revachol stocked a copy of the decree. I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of the book, already forgetting about this part.
This
of
kid
the
fucking
discussion.
loves dragons. And I respect that.
I deeply respect that. I understand that move completely.
Kid, one day your dad is going to tell you that you have to grow out of that phase. And let me tell you, you never have to grow out of that phase.
Yeah,
Be fascinated by dragons forever. You're saying that Feld Electrical built this boardwalk?
Yes, they even built a
I'm
pleasure
37
field like
years
that
of
got
age, and I
destroyed
just
in
drew a
the-
dragon with massive tits. Like, you
Hell
can do
yeah.
that as long as you like. You know,
A pleasure
that
wheel?
can be your income, kid.
Perhaps
Yes,
reminded
sending
of
for
childhood.
reporting commissions over radio
It's clear he would
computer.
prefer they were a big wheel, lighting up the coast.
Yes, to lure in their star engineers.
I need to talk to an old
This
woman and
part
tell her
of
my
Martinez
password
was
so I can get
nothing
into
but
my Fur
reeds
Affinity
before
account.
Feld arrived.
Yeah,
had to make the
I was
product
gonna say,
already
like,
at
oh,
time.
you know, this technology
It was
is
supposed
ancient
to
when the
become
only
a
thing you can
global
log
center
into
for
is
innovation in
VCL, you know?
cybernetics. but history had other plans.
I will be right back.
Okay.
But of course, what else?
Thank you for all the interesting information. I don't need money right now.
No,
I'm good.
thanks to you for having me and little Mikhail here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
Pick your brain. If anything, this was rather one-sided. He did the talking. Whatever.
Ooh, money. Another power box. It charges nothing now. It's empty. The fence blocks the path. No way on from here. Oh, there's people over there. I should find a way around the building. Can I go down here? Oh, I can. The beams are splintered. The bridge didn't collapse on its own. Artillery broke it. Hey, what's that? Is that a box hiding discreetly in the reeds and the grasses? Yeah, that's $1.15 right there. That's money, baby. So much to explore. This game is so much bigger than I expected. There was something there. Hold on. I missed that. Hold on. We have to walk all the way back up here. Oh, it does nothing. Why do I even bother? Tiny cages carefully constructed.
Here we go.
There he is!
No way out, little guys. Not out of this jam.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man...
This is Lena's
arranging
husband.
Some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Oh, that's a worrying name on you, my man. Gary the crypto-fascist.
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it.
You must be Moral, the cryptozoologist?
To what do I owe the pleasure?
That's sarcasm. He takes no pleasure from your appearance.
Lena sent me. She's been really worried about you and is waiting for you to get back.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the A81.
Let's lie to him. The waterlock's been fixed. It was fine when I crossed it.
Oh, good. We should really be getting back.
I mean, last time I saw it, it was in fact fine.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
Tell me about this phasmid you're looking for.
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it.
What makes it so difficult to find?
Good question. Being a phasmid, of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect. It disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there? And I suspect it may have also developed other specialised techniques to protect itself from predators, or scientists in our present case.
What sort of specialized techniques are we talking about here?
It's my hypothesis
Time to talk about more weird
that it has
animals.
evolved certain electrochemical defences that allow it to interfere with animal perception, impeding pattern recognition, confusing the visual cortex. But I cannot describe how these defences work, much less how they evolved, without studying a live specimen.
How big is this phasmid?
I'm expecting it to be quite giant. One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodea zoensis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm. So,
Why are you so interested in this stick bug? It doesn't seem to be as colorful as some of the other cryptids I've heard about.
typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoology give them credit for. Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of of any cryptozoologist's career. But to study it and its defences, find out how it stayed hidden so long.
What have you discovered about it so far?
Very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts.
So no one's ever found one?
Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
I know it's real.
It's clear that his obsession with the phasmid is driven by something more than the pure pursuit of scientific advancement.
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
Lena said there has been a sighting of it here in Martinez.
Yes, the most recent sighting was by a couple of teenagers along the coast here. That's what brought us to Martinez specifically. It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore.
Maybe the Insulindian phasmid has died out?
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
Got it. Parthenosis.
Parthenogenesis, meaning the females don't need males to reproduce, makes it easier for a species to survive in adverse conditions.
Time to unleash my inscrutable feminist beliefs. The male is a deficient life form. The world would be better off if women didn't need men to reproduce.
Nature does not concern herself with ethical propositions. As a scientist, my interest is strictly dispassionate.
Tell me more about these traps.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
Lena designed the traps?
Yes.
How do the traps work?
Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can get back out. At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
What are you using as bait?
Locusts. Nearly all known phasmids are herbivores, of course. But we've hypothesized that the Insulindian phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
So, we're looking for an insect that nobody has proof that it exists, in a habitat where it isn't usually found, using bait that it doesn't usually eat. Gotcha.
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering swarm. A meat-eating stick insect? Does it pretend to be the reeds as part of its ambush behavior? This seems unlikely.
A carnivorous stick insect? That seems unlikely.
Thank you for your opinion. We have also included plant material in the traps to satiate your skepticism.
What will you do if these traps don't work?
They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure of previous efforts by other teams, which use plants. We have given this some thought.
The traps do seem to be deftly and thoughtfully constructed. It's clear the cryptozoologist's wife knows what she's doing.
Let me ask you about something else.
Yes. What?
Lena seems pretty eager for you to return.
And I'm eager to return to her, I assure you. But I can't leave before we finish with these traps. My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
Come on, Morel. We've been soaking out here for days. It's time to go back.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not. I won't let Lena down.
Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
I just noticed that Gary the crypto-fascist's portrait is, like we saw in that, like, basement apartment. It's the old flag of the suzerainty. I think it's what it was called. When Revachol was like a monarchy before it was a communist revolution. So that's the kind of crypto-fascist he is. I am not excited to talk to this guy.
Yeah. That's the kind of want to reinstall the Kaiser kind of person.
Wife. She has a special connection to the Phasmid side.
It just clicked for me. I didn't know the Phasmid was so important to Lena.
Of course it's important to her. She's seen it. A verified sighting, on record. One of only 4 this century, and it's hers.
Really? She sighted the Phasmid? She didn't tell me that.
Yes. That's how we first came to know one another, in fact. But that's her story to tell, not mine. Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian Phasmid together. I can't abandon course now.
Maybe you could go back to the whirling, warm up, come back to check the traps later?
No. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule. What would we do if the Phasmid were to starve while we were sipping tea at the hostel?
He's dead set on this. I could go for some trap setting.
What if we check the traps for you?
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer.
I'm all in with this cryptid shit. I'm hooked.
Caught the bug, I see. It's easier to get caught up in the search than you'd imagine.
Where are these traps?
There are 4 in total. One is to the south, on this little peninsula, by the boathouses there. It's very near. Another we set in Land's End, to the northeast. It's behind a small sand dune there, on your way to the old radio tower, after the church. The third is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab. A big thicket of reeds going up the slope. And
Whenever I look at this guy's portrait, it really reminds me of Garamond from Bloodborne. I gotta be honest.
Good luck, Hunter.
You should check at least one of those before returning to this one. Since I just said
nowhere
it,
near as
this
haggard,
one's
of course,
more of a technicality, but still, better safe and stupid than sorry.
Hold on, I'm writing these down because I'm gonna fucking forget this shit. South Peninsula by boathouses. Northeast. Dune. After church. Near canal. slab. And I'll draw a little picture of what the traps look like. Little pyramid laying on its side with a cone sticking out. Here we go.
He's like halfway between Garamond and the Quaker Oats guy, you know?
Yeah. He's gonna sell me some Captain Crunch. What do I do if there's a phasmid in one of the traps?
Bring it to me at once. Just make sure the trap is closed tight.
He's not comfortable with the possibility that you'll claim the find, but he's lying about this even to himself.
What if I encounter the phasmid in the wild?
That's highly unlikely, officer. But in the event you do, I'll spray you with a pheromone mixture I developed. It's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone should attract
musk
to you,
and
or at
research
least prevent it
chemicals.
from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Will last you about a week.
Lay it on me. Thick. Present armpit.
I hope you're not buying this. It dispenses it without letting you touch the canister, so it would be precious like holy water.
It is precious. A single dose cost me 50 real to develop. Not that I expect you to understand self-financing one's own research.
I'm ready. Let's get to it.
Right. Which means you two can pack up and go back to the whirling.
Whatever he thinks about this detour, it's clear that these men are exhausted and in need of assistance.
Finally, someone's talking sense.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more questions, now's the time to ask. We'll be gone once you get to it.
If it's more cryptid related,
God, look at the
there's
smirk
nothing
on
to
that
discuss.
motherfucker.
You'll have time for that later too. But what if the information is vital on the hunt?
So before you go, tell me, how did you become a cryptozoologist?
I've just always liked animals and puzzles. Searching for cryptids is a bit of both.
So you're living your childhood dream out here.
It's not child's play, just because I have to traipse through the mud every so often.
Have you ever discovered a cryptid?
No. Very few cryptids are ever discovered, and not for a lack of trying. To stay hidden is a cryptid's primary quality. It's even in the name, cryptid.
So how many cryptids have been found?
Of the list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of Chemnee, which is 4,082 items long, about 2,000 have been confirmed as hoaxes.
That's less than I'd think.
2 are categorized as confirmed discoveries. The rest are in differing stages of discovery, refutation, and data collection.
Only 2 have proven to be real.
Yes, the Chateau Quan forest pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species of primate, and a cave salamander from Yugograd, who is, honestly, quite unremarkable. It's in a zoo somewhere. We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves.
Yugograd.
More so even than the public. With cryptids, most cryptids are
I just
hoaxes
love how
we're never
vaguely
found.
European so
That does
many
not
of these
mean we
names
should
are.
stop searching.
Yeah, it's it's Europe somewhere. Then the Insulindian phasmid will be the 3rd.
Indeed. If our expedition is successful, every paper in the world will report on it. From Revachol to Dushantu. It will be a zoological miracle.
He has clearly done his math on this. There is no surprising him or swaying his opinion.
Why not just be a zoologist? Real animals are puzzling too.
Real. I know you think one is a respectable profession, while the other is superstition. Everyone does.
Honestly, being a cryptozoologist trumps most of the garbage I've seen people do.
My methods do not differ from other scientists. I simply draw upon a wider variety of evidence. And I have more hope that something truly surprising might happen.
And has anything truly surprising ever happened to you?
No, as I said, I have yet to catch a cryptid, although I have come close. Close enough to keep trying.
Interesting. Something for later, this close call.
What kinds of evidence do you use?
Everything from forgotten regional lore to newspaper accounts, like the one that brought us here. To look for the phasmid. I keep a very open mind.
He's interested in things that people believe that scientists don't.
You think other scientists don't listen to ordinary people enough?
Most establishment scientists only care about reputation
Oh god,
and
don't text that to the
remuneration,
CDC.
not real research, and certainly not the truth. They're a cowardly lot, and both the field and basement archives can be dangerous places.
Thank you for explaining that. Now about something else.
Yes?
Oh, that's it. Oh no, there is more. Oh, we can talk to this guy about cryptids all day. Let's talk about specific cryptids.
All right. What cryptids precisely? I usually discuss these things with specialists, so I don't know what.
This is going to be the whole stream. It's going to be me talking to this guy about weird bugs.
We would have to discuss. He wants to say, but decides against it. Since you've offered to help, you need to ask him about specific cryptids. Cryptids you've heard about from Lena or his friend Gary. He won't just talk.
I know about Cryobacter catlensis.
Oh, everyone knows about that one. Thanks to Professor Mijanu being the talk of the town for a time. Although, probably because her life ended as a result of her work in Gutler, no one remembers her contributions to the search for the Nong-Ok.
The Nong-Ok?
A flightless cursor owl found in the Seminine Isles. Its long legs permit the Nong-Ok to run faster than any other avian, perhaps any other animal, who knows. When it's not hunting its prey in this manner, the Ok hangs from tree branches, like a bat, waiting to dive on hapless prey below on the jungle floor. Mijanu liked extreme animals, you see. One of the few figures of the academic establishment I respect. Really a shame she disappeared.
When did she disappear?
Oh, decades ago. In the 30s. I didn't know her personally, of course. The chasm of academic pretension still stood before us, even though she had unusual courage for someone from the other side.
I know about the most dangerous cryptid, the Gnome of Jeroma.
Formerly the most dangerous, yes. But do you know the most dangerous living cryptid?
I can try to guess.
Believe me, you won't guess it. You either know or you don't. The most dangerous cryptid is a carnivorous ruminant, known colloquially as the dread moose.
Get out of here.
No, but we're not get out of anywhere. The dread moose is a widely reported cryptid from Arda. It subsists entirely on flesh, and has even been known to dig up fresh graves in search of sustenance.
Hold on, does it also attack people?
Human remains have been found deep in the forest, torn apart, then trampled into the mulch by large hooves. Infer from that what you will.
Okay, what does the dread moose look like?
Just like an ordinary Arden moose.
Then how can you tell if it's the ordinary or the dread kind?
You can't. That's what makes it so dreadful. And
All
hard to
mooses are dread
identify.
moose.
Any moose could be after flesh. You simply don't know.
A moose that looks like any other moose. What's going on here?
A moose
He's
is like 2 tons. It's always after flesh.
I am 100% behind the dread moose. I utterly believe it exists.
Of course you do.
The bodies found in the forest are just one piece of physical evidence. There's more. Sightings in Vasa, reaching back 4 centuries. But, of course, nothing satiates the skepticism of.
A detective. Pardon me, I did not wish to seek conflict. It's simply my training to question things.
Understood, Lieutenant.
Which cryptid did you almost catch? You said before that you almost caught one.
A willow person. It's a long story. One non-specialist would find rather dull.
Willow people? Not at all.
What are willow people?
They're not people, really. Some argue they aren't really animals, as they seem to have evolved directly from trees. They're very, very thin, almost flat in fact, and can camouflage themselves easily, wrapping themselves around trees and blending in with the tree bark. In that way, They're not too dissimilar from the
I
fairs.
imagine Kim is standing there just listening to this conversation, just like staring into the middle distance and just isn't there anymore. It's like,
Yeah.
alright.
He's real good at waiting. He's very patient.
Alright, Lieutenant W. Freighter, you can have your few moments here.
Wait, so I may have seen these willow people without knowing it?
You probably have.
How did you almost catch a willow person?
Gary and I painted an entire grove's worth of trees in slow-drying paints. It was a bright light.
And are we talking about, like, Willow, like that movie from the 1980s?
Apparently these are literally people who live on trees. And not like people, like weird, flat animals.
After waiting in hiding for hours, I saw a figure slip from one of the trees, a lavender shadow dashing through
My
the
dude,
grove.
like, developed a flying squirrel.
Not very
That's a
elegant.
cryptid.
You can't be elegant in the field. And, well, he was faster than me.
A lavender shadow.
Same, TBH.
I know you think we were snacking on funny mushrooms. It's easier to mock someone than to admit that the world might be more interesting than you've imagined. Furthermore, I'm not saying it was a confirmed sighting. I'm painfully aware of what goes into verifying such things. There is a serious possibility that I saw a squirrel or a trick of the light. I am my own harshest critic.
He makes it a real point here to sound falsifiable.
And Lita's sighting at the Phasmid. Is that?
Confirmed. It's 100% verified and meets all the standards of an authentic cryptid sighting.
Just tell me about a cool cryptid. Any cryptid.
No offense, officer, but I'm not much of a pedagogue. I don't know what I would have done if Lena hadn't persuaded me to go back to field research. You should ask her if you want interesting stories. Me? I'm not a people person, unless you haven't noticed. And I don't make a good lecturer. My strength lies in field work and persistence.
Enough tales then. Let's change the subject.
By all means.
Oh, actually no. I'm done talking to you. Bye. I need to talk to your friend, Gary the crypto-fascist.
Hello, I'm Gary. Very generous of you to help us out, officer. Yellow man. I mean, officer.
Oh.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out his notebook. Yellow man. Interesting. This is something to ask him about, after a little probing first.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization.
Not a lover of the great outdoors, Gary, the crypto-fascist.
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
Degenerates, huh?
Degenerates. This man respects authority too much. To see the truth inscribed upon thine own visage. Pretend thou art a paragon of virtue.
I am neither of these things, I can assure you. I'm a by-the-books, clean as a whistle officer of the law. I'm not even tempted to touch intoxicants.
I've been tempted on occasion. But someone has to stay strong for Revocol.
He pronounces Revocol with a hard K, unlike other people.
You said Revocol.
I like to pronounce it the hard way. The old way. The Vespertine way.
The stupid way? He winks at you, trying to relay some hidden message, inviting you to mispronounce it too, perhaps. It's odd.
Ah, this is one of those dog whistles I've heard so much about. Wow. Huh.
It's a secret rite. A very fringe nationalist handshake, probably.
Do you know anything about the man hanging behind the whirling in rags?
Oh, so that's what the RCM in Martinez is about. Great. Great to hear someone's finally taking care of that.
So you do know something about it?
No. Nothing. He was some kind of mercenary. But everyone here knows that. I'm just glad to hear you're looking into it. That's all.
He didn't kill him or anything, but there's something going on here.
Are you a cryptozoologist too?
No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way. But I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own.
You were surprised to see my colleague, Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Sale. I meant no offense, truly.
The lieutenant is a native of Revachol.
Oh, yes. Of course he is. I was just speaking about his connections. Let's change the subject, okay?
Yeah, alright. Is this your mug?
My mug? Why would you think that?
You look like the kind of guy who might have a collection of mugs like this. Home. In his colonial mug collection.
How do you mean? Forgive me, officer, but we've only just met.
He is trying to avoid lying to you outright, in case you really have been to his apartment.
You're acting kind of suspicious. Did I mention the mug was found at the scene of a lynching?
Okay, I admit it. I threw the mug away in the trash container behind the hostel. I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer. You're not going to find me, are you?
I would, but I don't know how. How do I find someone, Kim?
Using a standard form, officer.
Oh, now you're willing to go along with my bullshit, huh, Kim?
It's 50 real. You're getting off easy. In return, we expect information. You have questions to answer, sir.
What did you do, Gary?
Everyone is just enthusiastic to get the crypto-fascist.
Yeah. Those dumpsters, I mean, they're the Whirling and Rags property, and if you can't respect that property, then, well, I mean, what's the point of having a society if we don't have laws to uphold its social mores, you know? It would just be, why, anarchy otherwise.
Nothing. Just answering some questions. Helping out the law.
Gary, did you put the clothes of a murder victim? The man who was... Actually, let me start with the... let me start the first one. How did you get into the trash container?
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services. CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez.
Why would you need to get into everyone's trash?
So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Bohemians run it like a mob. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have disgraced myself.
Disgraced? No need for the histrionic, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container.
He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer.
Gary, did you put the clothes of a murder victim, the man who was hanged behind the Whirling and Rags, into that trash container?
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that.
Do.
I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know?
Okay, then what happened?
Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly. Okay, I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
Right. It was just civic duty.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Civic duty.
As he shifts uncomfortably, a series of clicks, like the clinking of glass beads against one another as they roll across a hardwood floor. You've heard this sound before, but where?
You wouldn't know anything about the victim's missing armor, would you?
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it.
An infant could see he's not telling the truth, but he's too scared to admit more wrongdoing.
What's that strange sound?
What sound?
That clinking I just heard when you moved, like you're wearing some of that armor underneath your clothing.
Really? There's lots of weird stuff out here in the reeds, though. Insects, trash. Could be the wind shifting some garbage nearby.
The sound you heard was not the sound of something easily abandoned.
Let's move on for now.
I hope I could help your investigation, in my small way.
Does this mean you were in his apartment, admiring his colonial mug collection? Perhaps it would be interesting to tell him.
So, Gary, you live nearby. In an apartment in Martinez?
Sure do, officer.
His eyes narrow slightly. He's wondering where this is going.
And you're a big man from Yelmdal fan.
How?
I saw the poster in your apartment. You know, I'm a Helmdallerman fan myself.
But why were you in my apartment, officer?
Mr. Everard Clare asked me to get your door open. I figured I'd take a look around while I was at it.
So you work for Everard Clare? Officer, please tell him we're good. No, tell him I'll make it up to him. What have I done? He'll send the muscle after me.
Try not to shit yourself, Gary. It's just an open door.
What could it be about? I probably talked too loud. In the whirling. About some theories I had. Whatever it is, I'm done with it. I won't do it again. If there's anything I can do to assist you, or the Union, just ask, okay?
The weather vane has turned.
Oh.
He cannot be unturned.
He clearly liked his
About some theories you
He
had,
even
huh?
changed his mind about the whole door opening operation.
Even. Okay, now we're talking. Actually, let's see. Do I have any other clothing that I can put on for composure? Ooh. Bang that over here. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Excuse me, I gotta put on my logic jacket.
Yeah, so my logic shoes. Perception, Inland Empire. Okay, that's something. Gary!
Always a pleasure to see
No, it isn't.
officers.
Oh my god. Alright, hi. I'm gonna freak this guy out. Watch this.
That shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath.
His massive musculature?
No, he's scrawny. Try again.
Something worn underneath it.
Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for
Oh,
example. One that makes a clicking sound when the plates meet each other, resembling pearls or marbles, stolen from the corpse in the yard near where he lives.
I see you're a connoisseur of high-quality combat gear.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once. I was ashamed of what I did. And I didn't want you to know.
God, what a mopey little bitch.
We're not detecting falsehood, sire. He's gearing up to admit the truth. This shame is surprisingly sincere.
Gary, what's going on?
Later, Morale. I've got apologizing to do.
No, you've got explaining to do.
Why did you lie to me, Gary?
Because I was weak. I should have told you the moment I saw you. But
The hell, Gary? You in trouble?
I'll explain later.
Why did you really put those clothes in the trash?
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they'd scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling. So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. I thought, he's a foreigner. They all say he wasn't from here. Only the cuirass was left, so I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have... Fuck.
We're detecting sincere contrition here, sire. He's not trying to flatter anyone.
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you are tying it up now.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. Seolite officers commanded the suzerain's navy. Most of them sided with the king when...
They were thoroughly conservative men, he realizes suddenly. It's difficult to say what the lieutenant thinks of this historic apology. His face does not belie emotions.
Do you know who killed the Hanged Man?
I always thought it was the Union, but I sure as hell won't go around saying
Do you
that
know
anymore.
who shot the sheriff?
You have my word. I don't know, and I won't be running my mouth on this subject anymore.
This is all he knows.
Give me that armor. Now.
He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat. But so light.
Nice.
Like a bag of cotton.
Are we done here, Gary?
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again. I won't mess with Mr. Clare either. You have my word.
Thank you for your cooperation, Gary the crypto-fascist. These soggy logs smell of ignition fluid. Still, they won't light up. Well, that was a fun diversion. We did get the armor. This vitreous enamel cuirass fits snugly and redistributes kinetic energy across its countless white plates. Amazingly, it fits under your coat, and also makes pretty porcelain sounds when shaken.
Nice.
+1 pain threshold for thicker skin, +1 volition with borrowed confidence, -1 empathy, mania of invulnerability.
Not only did you get the armor, but you got to bully a fascist as well.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's worth it in and of itself, even if you're not getting the armor, you know?
Yeah, not bad. Actually, can I put this back on? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the robe and then
nice.
one tit out. And let's get that tie going again, the horrible necktie. Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. Party time, baby.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, I didn't look at these things. Yeah, this is the grouse that we picked up from that girl earlier. Some blue medicinal spirit.
This is a look. We're wearing a Chong Sam that's like falling apart around body armor and a necktie. Like,
I'll have you know, I am a police officer. Oh yeah, there's a new skill thing too.
It's the
Sorry?
plastic bag that does it, I think.
Oh yeah, the Wompty Dumpty Domp Center. It's Wednesday evening and something heinously exciting is underway. People have gathered beneath the billowing roof in an oddly shaped trophy building, sipping wine and exchanging opinions. 29-year-old Wonder Twins Guy and Keith Joost are the stars of the show with their bomber jackets and white sneakers. The head curators of this art exhibition. It's the Wompty Domty Dommiest event of the year, and all the cool kids have RSPV'd. Where are you if you are not there? I feel like this would go nicely with my art cop degree, so I'm going to internalize this. Yes. Stick that in my brain and smoke it. I have 3 extra skill points. I could probably upgrade something too.
Wompty Dumpty Dom Center. Okay, I think they might be referencing the Pompidou Center.
That's gotta be it.
I'm like, they have to be referencing something. But...
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Esprit de Corps. I can get behind that.
Hell yeah. Pretty good. Maybe I'll wait until I need something, you know? Like, to pass a check.
Yeah. What does Inland Empire do again?
Oh, Inland Empire is, hunches and gut feelings, dreams and waking life.
Gotcha.
These heavy military blockades are riddled with bullet holes, crumbling. Ooh, hello.
That patch of reeds over there, it's a great place to hide something. Kind of out of the way, being so close to the water.
What is this about?
Nothing. Just a hunch. The hunch passes, leaving you there, by the old boy bobbing in the water. Time to go.
That was odd. A buoy bobs in the water. The number on it says 11. Well, shit, maybe that's a sign that we do need to boost our hunches. Let's level that up one. There we go. It's almost impossible to get a fire going this near to the ocean. Get that. And... oh, I can't go any further than this. Hello. What are you? No boat in the boathouse today. Ooh, some magnesium. And some oversized superstar sunglasses. Oh, baby.
Oh, yes.
It's a good-ass day. Is your own stardom too dazzling for your eyes? Can't bear to look at your own fabulous reflection in the mirror? These classic oversized sunglasses are for you. Dazzling reflexes, but -1 in visual calculus. For the mirror lies. Oh, yeah. Superstar, baby.
Hell yes.
Let's check that trap.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Same mesh, same wiring.
Look around.
Behind you, the ruins of a residential building rise over the reeds, shielding them from the wind. The reeds rustle confidently.
Reach for that trap.
Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go.
Damn, I was hoping it would be in the first one.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, is
Yeah.
it like just like a chance, or is it you gotta like go to so many traps kind of thing?
I don't know. We'll have to find out by checking all the traps. This boathouse is shoddily constructed. A strong breeze might blow it over. There is a box in there. There is money in the box.
Thank God the box was just as shoddily constructed.
Oh, I can't go past here. Well,
Oh, there's stairs there.
yeah. Ancient paint is peeling off the roof of this shaded bench, covered in
yeah.
rust. What's this? Oh, that's a lot of bullets, huh?
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Look, Kim, even more bullet holes. Something's definitely gone down here.
Correct.
Yeah, that's
The density of the bullet holes is
yeah,
unusual.
bullet holes against a big old
Even
wall.
in a
That's
general average bullet hole frequency in Martinez sense. Grim affairs. Meaning, this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like fully automatic rifle fire. Something you don't see these days.
Why not?
The manufacturing and sale of automatic rifles was curtailed after the revolution. The destructive power of such tools proved to be too much. We do need to retain some humanity in this world.
Let me put on some clothes for maximum visual calculus. Unfortunately, we will have to remove our oversized sunglasses.
damn.
I'm sorry.
Aviators are essential.
Ooh, here we go. These are nerd glasses.
Exactly
on
the
my-
kind of calculus we want.
I gotta put on my nerd glasses so I can do nerd looking. Ooh. And this. Oh, yeah, I almost look professional now.
Yeah, those are some fucking Gendo Ikari looking glasses.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across
Oh,
the
yeah,
cracked wall,
calculate that
reaching
shit.
from one corner to the other. A row of ghostly
Yeah, that's
shades
right.
stand facing the wall.
Oh, this is going to be depressing.
There
I
are
made a
many of
mistake.
them, a dozen at least. Their heads lowered and eyes blindfolded. It's quiet. No sound. No movement. 10 meters away, other shades are lined up in an orderly manner. Automatic rifles primed. A gust of wind blows by. The coats of the firing squad flap slowly in the breeze. A single person stands on the side. A long time has passed since the moment of this fusillading. Rain and brine have since washed all the blood away. Not a trace remains.
What is this?
The abundance of bullet holes leads to two options. Either an inordinate amount of executions were performed here, or they did not use a conscience round, where only one soldier has the loaded rifle. Looks like this was a mass execution with everyone fully armed.
Look at the people against the wall.
A host of men, probably in everyday clothes, ragged from the conflict and covered in dust. They were not sitting, a common practice for executions in some nations, as demonstrated by the height level of the bullet holes. They stand, facing the wall. It's impossible to discern any details about their personality or background. Ordinary people, familiar, each and every one of them.
Who were they?
Comrades, the forsaken, the wretched, who tried to rise against the horrors of the world.
Look at the line of soldiers.
7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats, holding automatic rifles aimed at the people. Soldiers from some side, but from which one?
Look at the person standing on the side.
The commandant, the one who gives the order. Machine gun fire crackling through the air, the lights of the muzzle flashes dancing on his face.
Kim, who was in this execution?
I don't know. I don't know who died here, lined up beside that horrible wall. It could have been any of the parties involved in the revolution. Perhaps the ones executed here were the loyalist conservatives, killed by the communists at the start of the Civil War. Or it could have been the communists, put to death during the last stretch of the conflict by the coalition forces.
Remember what Trent Heidelstein said about Feld?
What if it was the Feld personnel when their assets are being seized by the revolutionaries?
Another likely scenario.
Or maybe...
What about people from the coalition, the so-called moralists?
Yeah, it's very unlikely the coalition forces were the ones who died here. They were always the last ones against the wall. To be honest, if a coalition member was anyone in this situation, it was the commandant, the superior giving the orders.
Goodbye.
A cold sea wind blows away the figures.
It's like a, well, it could be anybody but the coalition, pretty much.
Jesus. The sign says, Entrée interdite. An old ticket taker booth, no longer in operation. People paid money to park here? No one would pay now. Oh, hello. Money. And plastic. More plastic. I definitely have enough to buy that, boombox now. Nickels. The door is not only barred shut, it is inaccessible. The fuck is a peepo? The small wire framing inside this futuristic-looking found peepo hat Gives it the aerodynamic shape of a swoop skier's helmet, but none of its protective qualities. Covers the wearer's ears and eyebrows to bring down the drag coefficient. People! Boost our perception. These shoes. Oh, yeah. We look like an altogether different kind of lunatic now.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. It's one of those things where I don't know why, but I keep running into problems with the kind of people who wear their bike helmets into the branch without taking it off.
Oh god.
I don't know why that particular kind of person winds up being a huge pain in the ass. Maybe it's because they don't mind looking ridiculous while A, both wearing a helmet, and B, yelling at a manager. But anyway, I don't know why bike helmet dudes give me so much trouble.
We open this? No, we can't.
Entree interdite, after all.
Yeah, that's
Entry
true.
prohibited.
I was hoping interdeep mean could be prohibited with the right tool.
Maybe if you have a way to put a ticket into it or something.
Maybe if I find a ticket. Ooh. This section of the coast hasn't been used in decades. Oh yeah, those guys are gone now. Huh.
This is the trap Morel just set. Checking it over, he said, is just a technicality. But the reeds hiss and shake in the darkness that has settled over the abandoned camp. The later it gets, the colder. Remnants of the camp can still be seen in the sand. The fire that's gone out. You feel strange, somehow.
Reach for trap.
This trap is also full of panicked locusts. No sign of any cryptozoological beast inside.
Another empty trap.
How are you enjoying the cardio, Lieutenant? I'm quite enjoying it myself.
Always up for a good jog. Otherwise, would I still be on this case with you?
That's cute. I think you said the other trap was up north. Away to the church. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's stuff up there, too. I'll check that out after I'm done down here. It's quiet up here. Huh. This barrel has been recently discarded. It still smells of fuel oil. The chain trails off into the ocean, to who knows where. These rusty gears used to turn the whole machine. The building before you housed the engine. Must have been a big one. Is this the dune? Oh no, this is just... Okay. What's in here?
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
What is this thing
It's
anyway?
military. A service depot of some sort.
Used to service what?
The washerwoman mentioned a depot up the coast. She said it was for moving ammo and cargo across the bay. This might be it.
Oh, red check very low. No, we're not. We're not even going to try with that. Let's look for some more stuff that makes us good at interfacing. I guess I have those 2 points. I could level that up. I mean, I'm close to leveling up again, sure.
An old door, worn by elements.
Oh,
guards
no
the
way. Still very low. Well, I can always suck those points back out of interfacing later if I feel like I need them elsewhere.
Yeah, it seems like a thing you might need a key for or whatever.
Oh, there's a trap.
This trap's not too hard to spot, once you know what to look for. Keeping it hidden has not been a priority for the cryptozoologist. The reeds sway in the coastal breeze. They seem to be waiting for something. The wind picks up here, near the cape's end, surrounding the narrow strip of land from 3 cardinal directions. It's cold for this time of year. Nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we are done.
You getting tired?
No, I'm fine. I didn't mean to complain, it's just...
Oh no, I'm talking to Kim.
Oh. Right, sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Are you getting tired, Karen?
Well, I was up at 6:30 in the morning with virtually no sleep, so I was tired by default when I joined.
Oh dear. I'm sorry. Cigarette butts cleaned away under a rock. Brand Teomutri. You take a mental note. Teomutiri seems important somehow. You were saying? I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, I did manage to get like my CPAP mask replaced and stuff like that, but they basically had to sell it to me out of the back of a truck. Pretty much.
Oh wow.
Because my CPAP machine has been recalled, so technically they're not allowed to sell me the part because it's a recalled machine.
Mm-hmm.
So they were just like, yeah, just come into the back into our supply room and we'll just charge you for the piece because we got some left. I was like, okay, cool. Long as I get to sleep, that's the important part.
Someone's made a campfire here a long time ago. A rusted, broken control box for the radio relay tower. This ladder is too rusty to climb. The sea air has eaten away at it. And a box. Ooh. Oh! A scented scarf. +1 to shivers.
Shivers.
This light springtime scarf smells like men's cologne mixed with cheap laundry detergent. Someone must have left it behind, probably from a date. Wear it if you want to delude yourself that spring has arrived. Sure.
Yeah, it's like a Freddy from Scooby-Doo style ascot, only not orange, you know?
Yeah, there it is. Oh wait, let's put on like a normal shirt with it. Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's
Tiny
a look right there.
Yeah.
It's all about the lapels.
Oh, absolutely. Tiny inlets there, off to the far distance. Right. Let's go back and investigate that other boardwalk, and then we can head back into town. We've just about wrapped up our case on this coast. The boardwalk rises to your south. It casts its long shadow over you. I'll have to remember to come back to this depot when I get more interfacing, though.
A lot more interfacing, apparently.
A shit ton more interfacing.
What was it giving you, like 3% or something?
It was like 3% chance of success. I think it said it started at 20, so I need like a wild amount of interfacing to succeed at that.
Yeah, you need to do a bunch of lockpicking practice or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
Take a closer look.
It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth. It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence to dry out. Unfortunately, that just seems to have stiffened it.
Oh, is this a piece of clothing we can wear?
Please tell me you're not taking
Oh
that
my
with you.
god.
Why not?
It's a guano-encrusted jacket, and you're already carrying around enough as it is.
Well, maybe I do want to take it. So what? Oh, is it under interact? It's under interact! This filthy rag has been at the mercy of the elements for quite some time. It's streaked with seagull shit and abnormally stiff from God knows what natural processes. You can't even tell what brand it
As
is.
you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound.
Man, how did this jacket get so disgusting?
It's a sordid, filthy tale.
Oh, so it's like
For the weak.
item, so you can't even wear it.
Stomach it.
No. I can't wear it right now. I want to think about it.
It occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but rather the thick crust of jetsam and seagull shit that ensconces it. It smells like a dead sea creature, tangled in grey strands of seaweed. It must have spent quite some time in the water before the tide deposited it ashore.
Gross.
Why? Why did you think about it? Look at your hands. They're covered in muck.
Ew, ew, ew!
Now you're just flicking that shit everywhere. This is a disaster. You'll never get the smell out.
God damn it. Okay, well I can sell it, I guess.
I didn't think a jacket would be that much of a trap.
Morale damaged. Touched a poopy jacket. Getting some great tear out of here, though. Really phenomenal stuff. Hey! Mega Binos prescription lenses. +2 encyclopedia, -1 to perception. Let's see how those fuckers look. We're getting a lot of clothes. Whose idiotic idea were square and beige plastic frames anyway? Beige is a color that does not look good on anyone. Not to mention that seeing the world through these exceedingly thick lenses feels almost nauseating. Oh yeah! Nerd vision.
I love that you used the henchman number 42 voice for that.
I'm sorry, it's one of my default silly
vision.
voices. A coin-operated weighing machine hasn't been used for a decade. Hey, what's this? Nothing. That tarp will keep out neither rain, nor snow, nor wind. It's a makeshift roof. Vagrants have lived here at some point. Ooh, I see coins. A big wine canister. It's open and empty. Oh, person.
The smell. It's awful and familiar.
What is it?
Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency, that faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that. It is death. It must be.
Heads up, Lieutenant. Something's not right here.
The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose.
Careful there. These floorboards look rotten and weak. Is that a dead person?
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin.
Examine the tear.
2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find. No, there's more in there.
Ah.
Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up. They seem unhygienic.
A tragedy.
He shakes his head with genuine sadness.
Examine the cigarette package.
Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra. Red Astra is the black market version of Astra cigarettes, known for their high tar content.
Examine the kebab wrapper.
You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads Shish Kebab Revachol. It's no older than a day or two. No mold yet. It's hard to concentrate in the smell. The sea air brings some relief.
Well,
a man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there.
Hold on.
The lieutenant squats next to the corpse and examines his face. 2 bulging eyes stare back at him, void of any signs of life.
Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is, he's been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
Another dead body. This is your job. Steel yourself. Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe.
Study the man's clothes.
He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest. A cool leather jacket with a bolt of blue? Oh no, this sounds terribly familiar. You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into 2. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. A bad fall. It might have been dark outside. This place is a minefield in the dark. His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his mustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years. There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist.
Let's see about that head.
A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch. This is what killed him.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you?
It's hard to say.
Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
Examine the bottle.
A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside.
Tear all around us. I'd prefer if you didn't collect them this time. It's not proper.
True. It feels disrespectful.
And it's part of a crime scene. I can't remove evidence from a crime scene. Examine the chewing gum wrapper.
Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall.
Look in.
The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too. Confirmed. Nearly the whole pack is there. Solidified on his lower rear teeth.
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. The worst thing is, I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
Step on those floorboards.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause of the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile. You see waves churning below. Something cracks beneath your feet. He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole, and you would have never found him.
Step back.
The entire
Quickly.
boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
Who is this man?
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here. But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
A dead working-class man with a bottle in his hand? Don't deceive yourself. You know who this is.
We know who this is. It's the working class woman's missing husband. Dead on the boardwalk.
The woman you met at the book stand? Why do you think it's her husband?
The leather jacket. It matches her description perfectly.
The bright blue lining? Well, he's definitely someone's husband.
What do you think happened here?
Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive.
You think he was drunk?
Oh, yes.
What about alcohol poisoning and liver failure?
Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role here. Severe
Oh boy, my
confusion,
silly joke thought is about to have a
respiratory
breakthrough.
depression, Unpredictable behavior. But I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure.
Could it be related to the lynching?
No, I don't see anything that points in that direction. For now, let's treat this case as a simple, albeit sad, accident, unrelated to the murder case.
Agreed.
God,
If
structurally,
this
I don't
somehow
trust any part of that
converges later,
boardwalk.
Why not? But keep it simple for now.
Someone should be held responsible for this broken boardwalk. It's dangerous.
They'll seal this place
Right.
out after the news reaches the coalition officials. I doubt that they have enough resources to actually repair the boardwalk. Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. All it does is keep the city council's hands clean.
What about the kebab?
What about it? The deceased...
They might have enough
probably
resources
someone
to
in my
repair the
place,
kebab.
maybe
That's
the
a good
boss.
question.
Maybe.
Sometimes a kebab is just a kebab.
Right.
It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying the body.
What should we do with him?
From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on
I
our
wouldn't
own,
eat any
or
food
we
in a
report back
place
to the
that's
station and
nicknamed
leave
the
this for our
Fox.
colleagues to handle.
No. Hold on, what about field autopsy?
A field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal, and this looks like a simple accident to me. I'd say we should just write down head trauma in the autopsy report and leave it at that. It would save us at least 2 hours of unnecessary work.
Yes, but isn't that kind of sloppy?
Maybe, but we don't really have much time or resources to spare. The guys at processing will take care of the rest.
We found him, we should finish this.
Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from Mike and Emma. Let them know we are taking the case.
Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center.
Oh good, this is finished already.
You're at home, stupid cop. Not with the art crowd. You hate them. Everyone hates them. Even they hate themselves. It's nauseating, an industry built on sprezzatura and sparkling wine. And, let's be honest, tax evasion schemes. The Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center is the heart of this unholy symbiosis of aesthetics and tax optimization. And now that you've internalized it, you can have a piece too.
Oh boy. Bonuses include Encyclopedia passives give 10 XP and 2 real. -2 suggestion though. Pretentious wanker. Oh boy. Good XP boost though. Not bad. There's still so many fucking things that I can internalize here. I really want to get homosexual underground.
My favorite Gary Newman album.
This coin-operated viewer has been out of order for years.
I might have to head off fairly shortly. I'm starting to realize that lack of sleep is catching up with me, so I should probably eat something and lay down. So.
Oh yeah, go for it. Thanks for joining me tonight, though. This is nice.
Again, anytime, and this, as I say every time, it is always a joy watching you go through this.
Yeah, it's fun.
I say watching you like customize your bike helmet.
Weirdo
back.
dude, yeah.
Yes. This is kind of the. Oh! Kim Kitsuragi showed up, and also a serial killer who is with him. That's neat.
Wow, this guy looks interesting.
He has taste.
He sure
Capital
does.
TM, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But yes. Yeah, good chilling, and I will catch y'all later.
Have a good evening.
You too.
All right, there we go. Maximize that perception, maximize that drama. Got that visual calculus unlocked too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're doing great. Okay, let's interact with that library card. It's a library card from the pocket of a dead man on the Martinez boardwalk. It's still slightly damp to the touch. The cover bears the stamp of the Jamrock Public Library.
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mijon, expires July 53. Billy is a unisex name. Could be the deceased, or his family member.
Look inside.
Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinton Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned. Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too.
Look at the backside.
If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business hours, 900 to 1800.
Good. We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about Billy Mijon.
Well, well.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to
I think there's a way.
touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner.
Is this how you do the fast travel?
Your finger moves through the various streets, finally coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
Oh, no. Oh, look! We have our stats here now, because we know who we are. Harrier Dubois. Superstar Stop Cop. Apocalypse Cop. Sorry Cop. Boring Cop. Huge numbers in Communist. Low numbers in Fascist. Good Cop. Bad Cop. Damn. Oh, wow. It also keeps track of, white checks that we've done. Oh my god. That's so cool that we can try again. Holy shit. So we're like over here. Need to get back there. Man, I love this map. There's got to be like a physical print of this map you can get, right? Moonshine probably. Smells like tasty fermentation. I should probably be getting back into town anyways. Getting late. Buzz, hum. The electricity flows through the wires with audible power. Wait, can I click this? What?
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change. You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
Oh, good. Put 10 cents in and dial a random number. 00524031155.
Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this? End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre?
I might be? What's Pierre like?
So nice of you to find the time to call me. It gets so lonely. Even the animals have died.
That's not good.
Are you sure you're Pierre? Your voice, it's different. There. Chrysanthemum.
Her voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves washing a beach, growing in volume until the call suddenly disconnects. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you. To your relief, he did not.
Sure, another random number. Why not?
Calling.
Maybe we'll get lucky this time and find a break in the case.
Still calling. Someone with a masculine voice picks up.
Hello, Gerard speaking.
Hello, Gerard. Technically speaking, you're electricity.
Is electricity there? I need to speak with electricity, please.
No, but I got a feeling I'll kick your ass is gonna make an appearance if you ever call this number again. Have a good one, asshole.
Phone hanging up. Disconnect tone.
One more for the road. 00599773313.
Calling. 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 Still calling. Still calling.
Stop calling me, man. I'll get you your money, alright? I just need till tonight. Let me work.
Oh. Yes, but a slight change of plans. I want this delivered to the Whirling and Rags in Martinez.
Tethys. Hey! You're not Tethys. Screw you, and don't ever call here again. You're fucking with some serious people.
Disconnect tone.
Okay. Well, that's fun. You could do all sorts of weird random calls at that booth, I guess. But the in-game time is 8:30. We should be making our way back. Hey, what's this? We should be making our way back. Oh, wait, what's this thing? Ooh, a treat. Looking back at you from the rust-colored water. You. Oh. Oh, we're back at the boat village. That's fun. Oh no, I don't think I can go past here. Oh yeah, these assholes. Hey buddy, I got you a drink.
Tequila sunset.
Sorry for being a buzzkill earlier. I'll supply the booze if you'll supply the stories.
Wonderful.
Here, I've got a potent pilsner.
Not much, but it will do.
Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna share that?
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story here. Something happened to you. Something happened to me, too. My actual name is George, but around here, you already know. I was once a reasonably high net worth individual, a founder/junior partner at a high concept creative services agency. When my story begins, I had just landed a major contract with an insurance firm.
Go on.
I used the profits from my agency to finance what I call a cultural incubator. Abstract value generation, value per person, high concept stuff. I developed the paradigm, worked within the paradigm, but the burden of leadership weighed heavily on me. So I went jogging every so often to keep myself sane.
How many people did you have working for you?
22 full-time employees. An all-star team, a potentially historical set of individuals. Worrying about them often kept me up well into the morning hours.
Did the jogging help?
It did. With my trusty Sansarique tracksuit, I felt like I could conquer the world. But now dreams are worn thin, much like my tracksuit.
What happened?
One day I left on my evening run. As you may know, it's impossible to clear your head when you're distracted by the sound of keys jangling in your pockets.
His eyes are clouded, his dilated blood vessels encircling his irises like stinging brambles. His eyes are your eyes.
So I removed the key ring and put the keys for the front gate and the apartment into different pockets to stop the jangling, you see? At least, that was the plan. I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. The reality situation became very wet, very quickly.
How wet are we talking exactly?
Wet, okay? It was raining really hard. I made my way back home and discovered that I didn't have the key to the front gate. I'd mixed it up with the key to the letterbox, which was useless. Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. There was no climbing down because I slipped and landed on my ass.
I would have landed on my feet. I've got feline reflexes.
No, you don't.
So shit.
Whatever. The point is, reality was looking rather grim just then. Me lying on my ass in a mud pit in the middle of a heavy shower. But when life knocked me down, I always got up. So I made my way across the yard. Standing in front of my apartment door, fumbling with my pockets, I realized that I'd also forgotten my apartment key.
You've got to be shitting me.
I wish I were, Tequila. I wish I were. Instead of my apartment key, I'd taken the key to the office.
Okay, so what happened next?
I rang my neighbor's buzzers. It was late, and most of them didn't even answer. Those who did assumed I was trying to sell them something and hung up before I could even explain the situation. People are naturally wary of ad men, you see. One moment someone chats you up, 5 minutes later you've bought a box of edible lingerie and a strap-on. I don't begrudge them, especially since I was known to be one of the best.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Just then, I experienced a moment of clarity. I still had the key to my office. I could wait out the storm there. But when I reached my office, I remembered that I'd asked one of my producers to change the locks that day. And since I hired only the best, he'd already done it, and I couldn't get in. Anyway, long story short, life spiraled out of control. I haven't gotten into my apartment for years, and my girlfriend left me because she didn't want to date a homeless man. The company, well, you see where I'm going with this.
Jesus.
He pinches his thigh as if to check whether this reality is the reality.
So, now you've heard my tragic tale. What do you think? Like nothing you've ever heard, huh?
Wait, is that it? I feel like there are some steps missing.
Tequila, I've thought about this series of events for a long time. If there was anything else to it, I would have thought of it by now.
Why didn't you go to the authorities?
Well, at one point they came to me, but, you know, I didn't have any ID on me, so they tossed me in jail for 2 days. I can't say it increased my faith in the RCM. No offense, gentlemen.
Look on the bright side. You've got one hell of a story.
Yeah, maybe I've exaggerated certain parts over the years. When you tell a story too often, it begins to take on a life of its own. But what matters is that it's true to my subjective experience. Anyway, that was all the story one bottle gets you. Almost empty, this one.
Truly, he has the soul of an artist.
Why do you keep losing all your stuff?
Good fucking question, Tequila. If I knew the answer, you think I'd be hanging out on a beach in this formerly premium but now extremely dirty two-piece lycra tracksuit? I used to own my reality situation. My business buddies and I had our own creative services agency. I had a nice apartment, an even nicer piece of ass. But somehow it all got away from me. Now I can't hang on to anything. Just last week I stole this nice new jacket, but then I lost it too. The only things I haven't lost are these two drunks.
You of all people should empathize with this. Perhaps this lost jacket is something you could help with?
What's this about a lost jacket?
Tequila, it's a verifiable tragedy. It was practically brand new. Sure,
Wait a minute. I think I have your jacket. Do I have your jacket?
Say, you're a detective, right? Maybe you can help old Doom spiral out. Solve the case of the missing jacket. What do you say, Tequila?
I already found a filthy jacket near the boardwalk.
Holy shit. Tequila, how did you... Never mind, I don't care. Just let me see the jacket.
I found a little more than I bargained for.
What's that supposed to mean?
There was a dead body nearby.
What's that got to do with my jacket?
It's a pretty freaky coincidence.
What do I care about some local stiff? You gonna give me the jacket or no?
Fine, take the stupid thing.
Let me see. What? This isn't my jacket. My jacket was beautiful. This is fucking filthy. What am I supposed to do with this?
What do you expect? You left it outside for a week.
I'm not taking a disgusting pile of oboe rags. I may be in an irrecoverably decaying orbit, but I've still got standards. Either bring it back the way it was before, or find a dumpster to burn it in.
You know, despite the guano, it looks like the jacket itself is stain resistant. It may just need a good scrubbing.
Have you got any more stories?
I do. But as you can see, my fuel tank is running.
No, don't.
Then I can't keep on telling the stories.
I'll be seeing you. Here we go. Okay. Near the canal by the concrete slab, there should be one last trap. Is there a concrete slab over here? Oh, yeah, there we go.
It takes you a moment, but finally you spot the last of Morel's traps. This one's partially obscured by the reeds.
Look
The
around.
reeds bend forlornly toward the sand. Snow covers the broken stalks like a shroud, and they shimmer, ghostly, in the darkness. In the east, the city center hums to you. The constant, distant song, louder on this part of the coast, nearer somehow. And there's that cold again. Always the cold.
Reach for the trap.
The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here.
Look closer.
No locust. No phasmid either. But still.
Look closer still.
Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there. I just see an empty trap.
The netting is a little untidy, messier than the others, like someone or something picked up the trap and shook it before dropping it back down on the ground.
What if it was the phasmid? Oh wait, I do get the feeling that someone or something may have messed with the trap.
Perhaps our cryptozoologists have competition in the form of an actual entomologist, or someone else is sabotaging them. I could present more theories, but then I would be taking this on as a case, which I'm not.
But what if it was the phasmid? What if it ate them and got out?
Right. Anyway, that's for the cryptozoologists to figure out now. We are not cryptozoologists. We are cops.
Well, that's the case of all of that shit figured out. Oh yeah, that's just my car. There's some quarters up here. Yeah, that'll cover some of those phone calls. Oh, here we go.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves. And your boombox, that gold and amber Harmon Waushi, stares at you longingly with its tape reel eyes.
I want to buy the boombox.
And here you are, quality sound reproduction on the go. It'll play anything, wherever, turn any tape into a conversation of sounds and shapes.
You see
Any new
rows
things
of toy
here?
soldiers guarding. A typical Martinez streetlight.
Jesus.
Sits among assorted fruit.
No, I'm good. Can I sell some things?
Hello again. How can I help you?
Oh yeah, baby. Roy's prices are strange. He doesn't really sleep and he's got odd brain activity. Let's try this again.
Nope, still.
Oh shit.
You obviously haven't been doing enough drugs lately.
I guess you're right. The boombox I bought, it should play this tape, right?
Of course. It's in working order still, isn't it? Just pick your tape and set it spinning. It all starts with the tape.
I have something else to sell.
Sure. Let me have a look.
Check my
Anything
pockets.
else you're thinking of selling?
Let's see. This empty cassette case isn't useful anymore. Banged up fuel canister. Maybe I'll keep that. I need the paint. I need that. I think I need that. Yeah. Not gonna sell that. I'll sell this though. Yeah.
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. Another time, perhaps.
I don't think those postcards are gonna come to anything, so. The shot put ball, when I picked it up, had a notice of like, it would be a shame to get rid of this. It's probably super important. Oh, wait. Got anything fun to sell? Nope. This says humanitarian aid tuna fish, not for resale. Speakers from the people of Samara.
Below are banged up and
oh yeah, I don't
worthless.
have that much.
The sneakers triumph over them.
Never mind. Forget I said anything. Can I get over there? Oh, hello, hello. Footfall within, not human. Only a dog and no more. Food gift from the people of Messina.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? I'm afraid they're closed. It says
Nah,
here
shit,
the
I'll call that
library is open
tomorrow.
From 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
We should try again during business hours.
Anything else, Detective?
I need to report a dead body on the Martinez boardwalk.
One moment. Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
An unidentified middle-aged man, height 170 to 175 centimeters, dark hair, medium build. Looks like he slipped, fell through a hole in the boardwalk, and hit his head against the metal bench.
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him, and traces of vomit on his shirt.
Any signs of violence?
Someone might have pushed him?
Did you perform a field autopsy?
No, it's still just a theory.
It looked like an accident to me, Alice. But that's for the guys in processing to confirm.
You can hear her quickly typing in the background.
What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes?
He was wearing boots, trousers, and an old leather jacket with bright blue lining. I found a library card from his pockets.
Any information on the library card?
It's from Central Jamrock Public Library. It belongs to someone named Billy Mejon.
Good. You have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else?
We're taking the case.
I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue. That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Have you heard back from the ICP about the serial number?
Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Betancourt sur la Clé in 42. It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Semenine conflict.
Oh. So a paramilitary company protecting corporate interests.
So, it seems the armor went to Seminine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued.
Do you know what it's called now?
The most recently registered firm that the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP is a military contractor called Trinell. And the one before it was Downwell. I think they might be the same contractor.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
A suit of armor like this would have been customized to fit the wearer. There must be a record of the person to whom it was issued.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
This is a fun challenge for her. An opportunity to contribute beyond doing her job by rote. She'll gladly put in the extra effort for Team RCM.
Yes, please do try. It's imperative that we learn whose armor this was.
Sure. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I will have more information for you then. 57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set.
Cool. That's that tied up. That's all we can do for now, really. Oh. Oh, guess what fucking time it is. Oh yeah, hey.
Hi again, Gendarme.
Oh, I still have that
Bye-bye,
locked.
Gendarme.
Actually, wait.
Hi again, Gendarme.
He's so
Bye-bye,
different.
Gendarme.
I have a point in composure that I can use. Level that shit up, baby! What is it about him that is so different? Oh wait, let me put on the clothing that I borrowed from him. Yeah. Yeah. Boost my savoir-faire. My pants. -1 savoir-faire. No, I need all the savoir-faire. I need super savoir-faire. Oh, +1 composure. That's pretty good. Any other composure items here? Oh, yeah. Boost my composure that way. Yeah. Okay.
Hi again, Gendarme.
Let's do it. 58. Come on. Let's figure it out. No! Why?
Physical prowess and athletic skill.
Fuck!
Nothing else here.
Bye-bye, Gendarme.
Next time. I'm coming back for you, okay? Oh yeah, hey Gart!
Can I help you?
God, I found a new bird for the whirling!
What is this thing?
It was actually me who broke the Great Skua. I wanted to apologize by bringing you this ruffed grouse.
I should have known Sylvie wouldn't accidentally break things here. Okay, this is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy. I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess? So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
People just don't know how to accept gifts, especially taxidermy. He likes it. He likes the bird. It solves his broken bird problem.
I feel good about our work here today. It's all about the little things, like bringing people random stuffed animals.
I mean, that is true.
It's not actually about that, but he likes it.
Okay. This is the reel-to-reel boombox of everyone's youth. A little banged up, a little chipped, and honestly not that loud either. Looks cool, though. excels at being carried over the shoulder, allowing you to play audio tape items and blast music into the face of unsuspecting strangers.
The portal reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Press play on that fucking tape.
You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing.
Press your ear against the speaker.
It sounds like someone's moving in the room, getting comfortable. Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune, echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad. Within seconds you know, this is the one. The real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to. This one tells it like it is. This is your tune. A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
Could I sing this for karaoke? I think I could sing this.
Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like 1,000,000 times. Yup, they're all here. All 3 verses. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way.
Nothing can stop me now.
Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand. The lieutenant watches you pack up the boombox. He doesn't say anything.
Gart! How's it going?
Was there something you needed?
Geralt, I need to sing karaoke now.
No, you don't. It's not happening.
He tries not to look at you. It's dangerous to acknowledge the karaoke man.
Why do you even have the PA system if no one's going to use it?
It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of 44.
What happened in 44?
A lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke.
It's not a prop. It's for your clients. I know how it's used.
Okay, yes. It's for some clients.
I'm a real client. I've paid my bills, and I have the right to use the karaoke machine.
Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
It's all right. I have my own song with me.
The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares. He begins to frown. Hard.
Fine, fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my hair. I'll plug it in for you. Damn this karaoke machine.
I'm having it uninstalled, he mumbles to himself. Oh yeah, time to do the damage.
Let's fucking go! Hold on. I gotta boost my drama to 1,000,000. If I'm gonna be dramatic, I need to be dramatic. This, where's my mesh tank? That. Let's see. What's the most dramatic clothing I have? It's even better if you imagine the detective stripping down and, like, going through, like, his bag to see what he has on him and redressing himself for the situation. Yeah, that's good. Oh, and maybe put away the bag, dear. You don't need the bag for showtime. Maybe the gloves too. The gloves could come off. Gloves are a bit much. Scarf though, a scarf would be great. Yeah. Yeah, that's the look right there. That's absolutely the look right there. Let's tear this shit the fuck up.
The stage is all set up for your performance. Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creak under your feet. You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Oh good, +1 dress code. Insane silk dragon. Let's go.
The air is
Yes!
with
Yes! Oh yeah!
Someone dims the lights as the music starts. Okay, here we go.
I would often go there, to the tiny church there, the smallest church in Saint-San, though it once was larger. How the realm may rest there. Down through the mist there, toward the Seven Sisters, toward those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there, in that tiny yard there. I have been so glad here, looking forward to the past here. But now, you are all alone. None of this matters. No, none of this matters at all.
A lazy applause fills the room. You feel your hands shake as awareness of your body returns to you.
I'd like to dedicate. Oh. Thank you, ancient reptilian brain.
There is silence now, in the deep where the voice came from. It has receded, to return only in dreams and nightmares. This guy really carried you.
I'd like to dedicate this song to my partner, Kim Kitsuragi.
The lieutenant doesn't say anything, but gives you a quick smile before turning away. He's incapable of blushing, but if he weren't, he'd blush.
Good, good. Are we ready? I want to unplug the microphone now.
Last words?
Evening will come, we will sow the white sail. Workers of the world unite, baby! Woo! Yeah! Oh, I'm pretty close to getting a new skill point, too. Lena, I found your husband!
Oh, sweetie,
He's right next to you!
Thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
Just doing my job, ma'am.
Here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie. Mexican origin. The pin is an antique.
Ooh.
Quite special.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes. You could ask her about this when you get the time. It's probably a cryptid, but the phasmid, of course, is more important.
You never told me you've seen the phasmid.
Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
Ramblings? Nonsense. Your description of the phasmid is the most precise I've ever heard.
Darling, I didn't even get the size of it right.
You were a child, my dear. Really. It's extraordinary what you were able to describe. Now go on. Tell our friend about it. He's proven his interest in the field.
Reflexively, the lieutenant read his familiar notebook.
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. When, all of a sudden...
Wait, where was this and how old were you?
I'm getting ahead of myself. I was 5.5 in Betancourt in the suburbs. My grandmother had a summer home there.
What happened?
The strangest moment of my life. I looked up and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I've never seen anything like it. I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left, went into the reeds.
Did you follow it?
I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there, knee-deep in mud, looking around me.
Where did you go? Don't go.
Then what?
I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys. That sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morel.
We were on a date. Can you imagine? She tells me a story, and it's the most detailed report of the Insulindian phasmid I've ever heard. The sounds. She told me it hissed.
It did, yes. Like reeds in a gust of wind.
The way it moved, the colour, how some of its limbs were white, like marble. It matched perfectly with what I know from other accounts. It was amazing. If it weren't for Lena, I might have given up hope years ago. It's no exaggeration to say that she restored my faith in my profession.
Its limbs were white?
Not all of them. There is some white coloration reported, along with beige, where the camouflage ends.
How big was it?
It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case.
You were on a date?
Our first, yes.
The glance is tender, yes, but tempered by something else. A thought she can't express, even to him. Interesting.
Kim, what do you think of this?
I thought it was a wonderful story, man.
But I don't believe it. A child left unattended on a warm day. Children make up stories and then end up believing them.
I'd be a real bastard if I asked if she imagined it. I'd be a real bastard if I asked that. No way. No way. Thank you for sharing this with me.
You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just such an impossibly sunshiny day. So warm.
And she could get up and walk right into the reeds on her own. Into the mud. Anywhere.
That's all for now, ma'am. And hey! I checked all those traps for you.
Possibly shower thanks on you as enthusiastically as my wife has, but I am grateful for your assistance, officer.
He tries to play it cool, remain professorial, but inside, this man is itching for some news on those traps.
So I checked all the traps.
Good. Okay. And
one of them was empty.
Completely empty?
Yes, there was nothing in the trap. No locusts, no phasmid.
No locusts? No phasmid either?
That's not ideal, but...
It just means the Insulindian Phasmid is even more clever than we thought.
She's engaging in a well-known self-deception called motivated reasoning. You should correct them.
Of course, more clever.
Yes, the Phantasmadeia picked off the Locust and escaped. This is good news, though we'll have to reconsider the design of the traps. Make them more secure.
Another trip to the Reeds.
Yes, that's exactly what this is. What a deft hunter, this Phasmid.
Of course. Be sarcastic. Unless you have an alternative hypothesis you'd like to venture. Mine stands, okay? Actually, no. Excuse me for getting emotional. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now, and brought some great news too. My gratitude, and the gratitude of the Société Cryptozoologique de Ravachol, is yours.
Heartfelt gratitude. But does it feel like closure? What really happened?
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to our main investigation here. This has been refreshing, but...
Helping cryptozoologists isn't really a priority for our organization, is it? The lieutenant looks out the window, impatiently.
Insulted moral, which I feel bad about. But I am enthusiastic about Phasmid, and there is something up with the trap. Let's try it.
Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken. Most likely the hands of a young person. Hands small enough to fit inside the trap, too. You should ask the red-headed boy, Kuno.
I think a little hooligan called Kuno may have stolen the locusts.
A little hooligan? But what would a child want with bags?
Oh, my dear Morel. You've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects almost as much as they love to torment old folks.
I'll talk to the little gremlin and see if anything comes up.
Delinquents. My favorite.
It doesn't sound like it's really his favorite.
Oh, you've been such a dear to us. Please, let us know whatever you turn up. I have a feeling we're getting so close.
Well, I see you've got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight at my place. Let's play suzerainty, but no more field trips for me.
After this is your last chance to talk to Gary.
Really, Gary? We're getting somewhere here. I'd love to play suzerainty, but...
Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere. It was some kids. I know the little mutants around here. Leave anything out in the open and they'll steal it, even if it's bugs. Morel, it's been fun, really, but I need a bath and I have deliveries to handle. When this tea is done, I gotta run.
No need to apologize, Gary. You'd be more than helpful. We'll have to take a rain check on that game of suzerainty today, though. We're gonna follow this through.
He keeps the language unemotional, but it's in there. Disappointment.
Oh, shit. Maybe I shouldn't have formed that, idea. Did you know Gary was hiding the armor?
Hell no. I had no idea. And I'm still cross with him, to be honest. It's not like him. He's got his quirks, but dishonesty, disloyalty are not one of them.
I don't know what got into him, officer. Thank you for letting him off easy. He won't forget it. We'll make sure he won't.
Always a pleasure
Hey,
to see
Gary.
an officer of the law. I mean, officers.
Oh, that's it. We've already milked him for information. Thank God. I don't want to talk to that guy again. Oh yeah, where's my masculine homie back here? He's not here.
You see a heavy steel door with the door does not budge. The cobalt blue, old cobalt paint.
Nothing. Nothing new to that. Well, I got a skill point. Let's level up that composure and try one more time.
Hi again, Gendarme. Bye-bye, Gendarme.
Wait a sec. Clothing. Clothing. Composure. Boost the composure. Gotta get all the composure in there. Oh yeah, look at this. Ooh. Oh, wow. That is fucking cool. Yo. Oh, I can't see with this jacket on. Well, whatever. Oh, I do have composure. Okay. I think that might be it for composure, actually. Well, gloves back on. Why not? Okay.
Hi again, Gendarme.
Yes. Yes. Come on. Big bucks, no whammy, baby.
Could he
Yes!
be a member of the homosexual underground?
Oh, I'm rolling boxcars tonight.
Just pointing it out. We're not talking about some kind of cult with members here. You made it up.
Are you part of the homosexual underground?
The homosexual underground?
The smoker sits up immediately, his eyes wide with amused surprise. A honeyed smile lingers on his lips.
Why, yes, I am, officer. Why? Do you want to investigate?
Yes, I want to hear more about this homosexual underground you're part of.
Oh, it's a pleasure group. A sub rosa pleasure group congregating in cellars under the cover of night. Saturday night. Sometimes even Friday night.
What about Thursday night?
Or Thursday night. Sometimes the congregating doesn't even end. It carries on into our daily life.
But why do you convene? What do you do?
Oh, we're ambitious. We want to destroy the last vestiges of meaning, the last things people in Revachol have to hold on to, the true symbols of security. The meaning of man and woman, mother and father, their marriage. Everything will be constantly shifting and moving under our rule. The future will belong to a circus of identities just spinning around, surreal and unreal. You won't even know who you are anymore.
Awesome. Does it have anything to do with disco?
Yes, we listen to a lot of disco. Some say we engineered disco to spread our vision of a vertiginous, ever-changing society, where all there is a razzle-dazzle of gold. We are going to change the family unit with all this razzmatazz and finger dancing. And with mysteries. Of course, the mysteries are also of sexual nature. Very esoteric.
I do like disco. Maybe I should get into it?
You can't just get into it. You have to be born into it. One is either already in the homosexual movement, or forever excluded from it.
What if I can't remember whether I'm in or not? What if I can't remember anything about my life, aside from the fact that I like disco?
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's exactly what we're looking for. Who knows, maybe you were homosexual in the past. Maybe all of that has been repressed. I have to say that you do look like someone who might be part of the underground. You have that very distinctive, I can't understand what's going on here look.
This is going to be like a 20-hour mind project for me. 20 hours at least.
Absolutely wonderful.
A man like you can figure out his sexuality in a working day. It won't be 20 hours. Unless you want to enter the heightened realms of the phantasme erotique afterwards. It may be 20 hours or more, but that would be on your own time.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Ugh, I need a skill point available for this, which is a shame. But once we get that skill point, you see mysterious strangers in the night, leaning against sunlit doorways, engaged in hushed conversation. A shadowy cabal exchanging looks, whispering in dark alleys and unmarked locales. A radical cell conspiring against the state, and perhaps even against man and woman. Was that a secret handshake? What's going on? Who are these secretive people? How will they accomplish their sinister and world-altering goals? And most importantly, are you one of them? You could be. Maybe you forgot. Oh. Oh, yeah. Once we get a little bit of extra juice, oh, we're unlocking the shit out of that. Hey,
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Okay, well. Do I have anything to say to any of you people?
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
No. I just found a bullet in the hanged man's head.
A bullet, you say? That's mighty curious.
Indeed, mighty. How did it get there?
Well, there are so many bullets in the world, and so many heads. I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads.
It's bound to happen again, you know? Just statistically speaking, of course.
Sire, it would be an event most dramatic if you were to produce the bullet and dangle it before their very eyes.
I'm gonna ask you again, why was this, show them the bullet, in the victim's head?
Wow! He's got it in a real evidence bag and all!
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened.
I think the hanging was a cover-up for the shooting.
You know what I think? I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and his brain grew around the bullet.
Around the bullet, man. That's a good one.
All the goofing around is to avoid lying. It's a technique. They're only pretending to enjoy this. Beneath the act, they don't like you knowing this.
Did you guys shoot him?
Shit! I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know me when I'm drunk.
Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. Better hope he stays sober.
No, he meant before he was hanged. Did you shoot him before you hanged him?
Before? After? During? This is getting ridiculous. They told you what happened. Stop wasting your time.
Don't worry, we will figure this out sooner or later.
Never been worried in my life, lawman.
It's not like he blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there, somewhere.
I found someone who saw the hanging. A witness.
A witness? You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this.
That's just cop tactics, Titus. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already rolled on the others, and is in witness protection.
My witness isn't a local.
Well, let's hear it then. Who is your mystery fella?
He's not alarmed by the sudden appearance of a witness, but he is surprised. This goes without saying, but nonetheless, don't give out his name.
Who he is irrelevant.
It's like you said, Al. Copper's coming up with this on the spot. There is no witness.
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. Tell us, Copper, what wacky claims did he make?
The witness to the hanging went down very quietly. No shouting, no commotion.
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band. The Hardy Boys are dead silent.
Yeah, it's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the streets. What's with the cowbells, policeman?
They're avoiding having to answer this question.
I'd imagine you guys drinking and singing lynching songs. What's the funeral silence?
We were drinking, weren't we, guys? I hit the bottle hard. I was drunk as fuck.
Right, I'm convinced, Glenn. Nothing off here. Just a regular hanging.
Bullseye. Glenn looks around uncomfortably. The lieutenant hit a nerve.
The witness said he saw two people of Aeropagite descent and one Mesk.
Aeropagite? Boss, I think he's trying to say me and Theo.
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and Elaine were there too. I already told you. We were all there.
The witness said it all looked like a surreal play.
That means absolutely nothing to me. Sounds like some made-up horse shit.
It means the whole scene was long and drawn out, like it was from a film.
What is this fella's problem? Sorry we didn't make it more action-packed. It wasn't the first thing on our minds, you see?
Shanky. It's Shanky, right? I thought there's something wrong about the lynching story. Now I know there was.
You don't know shit.
I know you are lying, Shanky.
The witness said the end is here, the great undoing. We will all be vapor.
Vapor, huh? Well, that checks out at least.
For the record, which I have to type up later tonight, no apocalypse-related testimony was provided to us by the witness.
I know, I'm just throwing it in for a little spice.
Check out the stand-up comedians the RCM has. When are we gonna get funny men like that?
Actually, nothing.
Great witness.
So much bluster to hide the fact that they're uncomfortable with you having this info.
I'm gonna take off now. That's okay. Rome wasn't built in a day. These guys aren't going to crack very quickly. What other friends can we talk to in here? It's all about money, you know. Oh yeah, my weirdos from my division are gone. Well, okay.
The door is closed. Still no answer.
All right. Well, it's been a real one, Kim, but it's time for me to fall asleep, and it's probably time for you two as well. Oh, right, you're going to follow me back to my place, and then you're going to go back to your place. How very confusing to do things this way. Well, I'm going to go back to my place, Kim. And then you can go back to your place, and then we can all go back to the place where we all stay. And have a good night. I think it was the benches that were the fast travel, I want to say.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of
Maybe
the
a
bench
sea monster
do
did
not
this at the
look
plaza?
overly comforting.
Oh, maybe not. Oh yeah, here we go. At the waterfront. Travel to the fisherman shacks. There we are. And here's my little house.
It's getting late, and it's raining. Time to call it a day.
Good night, Kim.
Good night, officer. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next,
I am not shaving. Fuck that.
an old mirror hangs on the wall.
Nope. Sleep time.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest. Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets warm. It only takes you moments for the world to fall away.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street.
Recorded in you forever on ferrotape.
Spinning in eternity.
On and on it goes, for untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising, rising, above the dark curvature, the great wingspan of sleep, studded with stars.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time, the last time, the smoke in her mouth, the plotted flowers, the faces turning, changing.
What is it?
It's the world, Harry boy, and you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. You can never forget this shit.
The rain, the snow. I don't want to. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. It's stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers. Collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless, meaningless keepsakes.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
But what if I want to be the agent of nothing?
It's too late. You're not made of nothing anymore. You're something now, Harry. I tried to drown you in the black water, but you re-emerged, kicking and screaming, running. And for what?
For the working class.
For the working class, obviously.
For the money, baby.
For the money.
For the greater good.
For the greater good.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
Okay. It's the middle of a dream, and we have to explain our political stance. I'm building communism for all. This time, we won't fail.
There he goes again. He's a real political animal, our Harry. He still doesn't see that it's the world changing around him.
He's got no idea what he's in for.
Why?
'Cause only love can break your heart.
Feel the pillow under your cheek.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
You can do it. It's nothing. Do it for the city. Go. Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world. One conversation at a time. Rise and shine, comrade. It's time to get to work.
What's going on?
Despite all the thinking you've been doing, only 0.0001% of communism has been built. It's too great a task to undertake alone. You're going to have to get organized.
Have you seen my shit recently? I've really gotten it together.
It's good that your personal business is in order, but we're talking about political matters of world historical import here. You must seek out your revolutionary brothers and sisters. Find out how much communism they've built. Then, together, maybe you'll be able to build as much as 0.0002% of communism. But it won't be easy. Decades of persecution by coalition authorities have driven the remaining communists of Martinaise underground.
Oh, like the homosexuals.
They live underground. These communists aren't men. They're mole people.
Will they help me fire up Mazov's socialist sausage grinder?
Just between us, you may want to lay off this grind up the bourgeoisie stuff. It's a bit off-putting, even to fellow communists.
But I'm part of the coalition authorities. Have I been persecuting communists this whole time?
Possibly. If you have been, it's only because you're a double agent acting in furtherance of your long-term objectives. Listen to this. Do you really think you're the kind of person an underground communist cell would entrust with a mission that requires such discretion?
Maybe?
Regardless, what's past is past. You need to look forward to the work of building communism for all.
How am I supposed to find them if they're hiding?
Let your nose guide you, Detective.
You must mean my nose, as in my huge and highly functioning brain.
No, we meant your nose. As in that swollen muck detector in the center of your face. It just happens to be perfectly calibrated for sensing communists. We really have no idea what they're talking about. There's no linkage between ideology and olfaction.
What does communism smell like?
Failure.
Okay, but what does failure smell like?
It's a smell you know all too well. Simultaneously repulsive and yet darkly appealing. Musty with a sharp tang, but also a remnant of lost sweetness. Like a rotting mango that's been swaddled in a coat from your grandfather's attic. What you're smelling is your own body odor, of course. Nothing a shower and change of clothes couldn't fix. People sometimes complain there are no real communists left in Martinaise. But you can smell their presence. They're out there, waiting for you to join them. Incidentally, during the waning days of the anti-centennial revolution, a number of Revacholian communards constructed elaborate hideouts in abandoned root cellars, hollowed out tree trunks, and even residential sewage tanks. This latter phenomenon gave rise to the early anti-communist slogan, "The future's bright when you flush out the white."
Okay, I'm ready. Let's get organized.
First, you'll have to locate the remaining communists in Martinaise. When you get near to someone with revolutionary potential, your nose will give you the signal to establish contact.
Oh,
Again,
good.
No, it won't. Any olfactory response you perceive will be strictly psychosomatic.
Oh dear.
Judging from the bust of Krasmazov and other revolutionary paraphernalia you discovered, it seems that the Cape Side apartments may be a hotbed of communist activity.
Hang on. What will I do once I establish contact with my fellow communists?
You'll discuss the monumental world historical task that lies before you. You'll engage in rigorous and spirited debates about Mazovian theory and practice. But mostly, you'll probably complain about other communists.
Isn't that last part kind of counterproductive?
Not at all. Complaining about other communists is one of the most important parts of being a communist.
Ain't it the truth? All right, let's get to it, baby.
Here we go. Wake, brave worker. 'Tis no time for bed. Fight till there's no slaves below, and no masters o'erhead.
All right, well, we're going to call that a night there. Undertaking our quest once again as big communism builder. Time to get our fucking shit together. We're going to save here. Save. Confirm. Yeah, thanks for joining me tonight. This was a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm Irish J, also known as Distressed Egg. You can find me here every Tuesday where I'm playing games. Next week is going to be a very special week. I'm going to be getting some of my friends together. We're going to be playing Team Fortress 2, just because it's kind of a game I always associate with Halloween around this time of year. It's a game I always dipped into for fun and adventure, hanging out with friends, and we're going to be doing just that next week. Week after that, we'll be continuing with our disco playthrough. I am going to keep going with this game on stream until I finish it, and as you've been seeing, I'm fairly exhaustive with the way I've been playing this game, so that may be a few more sessions. I'm very excited. This game is like awesome so far. I really love it, and I'm excited to share it all with y'all. Just a reminder, we have a YouTube page for other episodes of Egg Plays that you may have missed. It should be linked underneath the announcement tweet of every time I go on air every Tuesday. I need to look into getting like a... I know you can get like proper custom URLs on YouTube once you've uploaded enough shit, so I'm working on that. Also, Wednesdays are art streams, so expect that. Tomorrow, I'll be on here, I'll be drawing, it'll be fun as hell. Swing by and say hi. Yeah. Oh, and also a new episode of the podcast I do, Sand Job, with my partner Nero and our friend Jesse, just dropped yesterday. Go and check that out at anchor.fm/sandjob. That's cool too. Anyways, I'm gonna go change into pajamas and make some pancakes. Till next time, folks, have a good evening and stay villainous.